Chapter 87. What is meditation? Your ultimate truth. The practice of meditation invites the attention of the meditator within you that you are ultimate truth. But you are so wrapped up in concepts that you do not know who you are. You are not the body form. Who is holding this body? Meditate and you will find out. You have to go deep within your selfless self. Only then will you discover that you are not separate from Brahman, Atman, Paramatman, God or the Master. The body has a time limit, an age limit. You're a small boy who then gradually becomes a young man and then an old man. Some day or other, willingly or unwillingly, you will leave this body. This means that the body is not your identity at all. Who is holding this body? You must go deep and deep into your selfless self. There you will find out and realize, oh, I am that. The conviction that your ultimate truth will appear spontaneously with meditation. The outcome of the process of hammering yourself with sacred words is that your true identity will be re-established. Here is an example. Supposing that for some reason you temporarily forgot who you were, like in the case of an amnesiac. In this situation, family members will show you familiar objects, photos, etc. They will try and remind you of events and associations in the hope of triggering your memory so that you can regain your identity. In a similar way, the Master is trying to convince your inner invisible presence of your eternal but forgotten identity. What you see is illusion. That through which you see is reality. That is the principle of spirituality. Dry discussion alone about Brahman, Atman, Maya, Paramatman is meaningless because you are only grasping the words about ultimate truth, descriptions of ultimate truth, but not ultimate truth directly. Words are just that, words. Where were these words prior to beingness? There were no words, no language prior to beingness. Meditation means concentration. Meditation means reminding ourselves of that forgotten identity. We have lost our memory. We are mistakenly posing ourselves as men or women, male or female. That is our external cover. But within that, there is that exceptional, invisible presence. That reality that you are must be established. The purpose of spirituality is not about adding more theoretical knowledge. It is about subtracting all the illusory knowledge you have gathered. It is about removing the ignorance, or one could say replacing the wrong knowledge with right knowledge. Not that there is any right or wrong, concepts only. When this happens, you will realize that what you took yourself to be throughout your life was not your identity at all. That through which you are able to know yourself is your identity. Even though we know that we are not the body form, we continue to ignore this fact because of the bundle of concepts that are still wrapped around us. Melt all the concepts. Visiting different masters and reading endless books is meaningless. Why? Because unless you approach your selfless self, you will not be able to identify yourself. The basic principle is that in this human body, in this human life, we are not identifying ourselves. We are identifying everyone else. How is he? How is she? But we are not identifying how we are. The books say it all. They tell you everything about reality. However, that reality is not absorbed. It is not digested. To digest this reality, you are to undergo strict meditation. Meditation is the only way. You may have any master of your choosing, but you must have strong faith in that master. You must have confidence and faith within your selfless self. This is a very important ingredient, essential in fact. Last birth, future birth, last destiny, present, past, these are all illusion. There is no last birth, no future birth. All these concepts have been sourced from our imagination. Of what importance is spirituality? Did you know anything about spirituality prior to beingness? No. Spirituality has one purpose alone, and that is to remind you that everything is within you. You are the only source. You are ultimate reality. You are ultimate truth. We want to be masters of literature, masters of philosophy, but not masters of ourselves, not masters of selfless self. The masterly essence is within you alone. We are always forgetting our own master, the reader within, the listener within, that divine essence. Through spirituality, and more specifically, through meditation, you can identify yourself. Your identity cannot be grasped through the mind or the intellect, but with disciplined meditation, you will be able to identify yourself. You have not been able to identify yourself because of the ego that still believes itself to be somebody. Existence in the body form is intolerable. Body-based knowledge is unbearable. And because of this, we are always looking for comfort, distractions, or relief from various material sources that will alleviate this discomfort, if only momentarily. Food, alcohol, entertainment, power, sex, fame, gambling, etc. All our desires, requirements and needs exist to make our precarious situation a little more bearable. Who wants happiness? Who wants satisfaction? Who wants peacefulness? It is neither the body nor the spirit. Self-inquire. Who is acting? Who is listening to this dialogue? Who is reading this? What will I get from all my reading? You don't know because you are always searching and never reaching a conclusion. There must be a full stop. We are always analysing what is being said, analysing the words, instead of accepting what the Master is trying to convey. This is a big stumbling block. Don't try to define the words of the Masters. We created language and gave words their meanings. Instead, try to identify yourself. In the light of all the spiritual knowledge, find out where you stand. What is your position? Travelling, searching, journeying here and there is not going to lead you anywhere. You are the destination. Look within and meditate. Look at you, not at the world. If I am not the body, then who am I? This is the question that demands an answer. After searching and searching some more, the searcher will disappear. The whole experience of this illusory world will disappear. Exceptional peacefulness will be there, without any identity or experience. This state is stateless. The thoughtless state will be there continuously. There will be no thoughts. But in order to reach this ultimate stage, knowledge is needed to remove the ignorance and illusion. And meditation is needed to absorb the knowledge. Just reading, and reading some more is meaningless and only perpetuates the illusory body-based knowledge. You can read thousands of spiritual books, but if you still do not know who you are, if you still think that ultimate truth is separate from you, then you have wasted all your time and energy. The searcher is itself the master. The master is not separate from you. I am helping you to regain your memory of your identity. Meditate on that masterly essence within you and refresh your memory. Meditation will dissolve everything that you are not.